Okay, so to take what we have here and to actually turn this into one texture that we can use as a reference texture on our 3D model, both here in Nuke and in Maya, what we need to do is actually grab several still shots from here, stitch them together into Photoshop into one texture, and then we can apply it to our model. So if you take a look, for example, at this angle here, it actually looks pretty good in most of the front of the face. So you can see it starts to lose fidelity and get stretched on the sides. Though, if we go to some other frames, for example, over here, you can see we have some nice fidelity on the side. It's a complete mess on the left. And let's see if we can find another angle that's pretty good. Let's see, when does he turn his head the other way there? Like right about here, you can see we have some really nice fidelity on the left. So I'm going to go ahead and choose 3 images. You can actually do a lot more than that. Just for the sake of time and to make it a little less monotonous, we'll just do 3, and then we'll take those into Photoshop and stitch them. So what I will need to do is actually write these out. I'm going to go ahead and create a write node. That's going to help me write it out as an image. Oops, there we go. And I'm not too concerned about the quality on these. JPEG will be just fine. Again, it's just for reference. So let's go ahead and pick what frame. I think this frame 266 actually works great for this left side of the face, or at least our left. You can see it's messed up over here, but it's got some really nice detail on that side. So let's go ahead and start with that one. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I'll actually save it here to Nuke Textures, and we're going to call this one Nuke Face 266.jpg. So we'll know it's frame 266. Okay, I'll hit save. And then what I need to do is hit render. Now, when I hit render, I don't want to render the entire sequence. All I want is just one frame. So I can do custom over here, and we're just going to say 266 and hit OK. And that's rendered out that one frame for us. So let's now pick 2 others. I'm going to go and see if I find a nice center one with as little kind of blurring as possible. This one here isn't too bad. I say like 185 is okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that one. I'll go ahead and change this to 185. Go ahead and hit render, and of course don't forget to change it here. Here, this is just the name of the file we're going to save. This is what actually gets rendered. So frame 185. Go ahead and hit OK. All right, and then we'll find one more. So we want one where this part of the face now looks pretty good. And let's see, I'm just looking for one frame maybe where it's a little less blurred. Let's see, actually right about there I guess isn't bad. Let's see, but that one there has a decent amount of fidelity to it. So let's see, that's frame 127. So we'll save this as 127. Go ahead and render that out. 127. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now, and what I'll do in the meantime is open up Photoshop, and I'll just bring those 3 images in. So I'll see you in just a moment. All right, so we're here in Photoshop, and I brought in my 3 images. So here's frame 127, where the right, his left, our right is in focus. 185, where kind of the center is a bit more in focus, still a little bit warped, but not too bad. And then frame 266, where most of the left or his right is in focus. So I'm going to do this just kind of real quick and dirty. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the pieces that look good. So for example, on this image here, I'm just going to grab maybe that. There we go. I'm just going to copy and paste that here onto frame 185 and just snap it right up into the corner there. Don't really need this image anymore. Then I'm going to grab this one and do the exact same thing. I'm going to go ahead and grab most of what looks pretty good. It's going to be that right there. And same thing. I'm just going to copy and paste that, snap it over to here. Oops. There we go. All right, and now it's just going to be kind of quick and dirty. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my eraser, and I'm just going to, oops, blending away the wrong area there. Let me see. I got a little actually confused as to what I was looking at. Let me hide this one for right now. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of blend that together so we have a kind of that nice part blending in right there. You can see that looks pretty good. Let's see. Right there, I'll blend away a little bit. All right, so you can see that looks much better than just having that side there. Okay, I mean, eyebrows a little messed up, but not too bad. And now we'll go ahead and do the same thing here. A little bit more shadow there, so be a little bit more clever with the blending. I'm just doing this really quickly with a mouse. You can, of course, also do this, I'm sure, much nicer with a Wacom tablet. But there we go. I've gone ahead and very quickly put together this texture. So this texture I'm now going to go ahead and save out. And in our next clip, we're just going to quickly test out throwing this texture onto both the Maya file as well as the one inside of Nuke. So that's really about it. And again, you could go ahead and do this with a lot more images. If you get kind of several images where different areas are in better focus, kind of take the best of each one. You can see his nose is a little wonky here, but I still think it'll work out. All right, I'll see you guys in the next clip.